So after the recent changes to the battleground where everyone has 10% more damage reduction and some recent nerf to the barbarian helmet, Spark, Dusk, unable to remove the beneficial effects from the player. This will be my updated tier list for the PvP inside of Diablo Immortal. And before we start, this will be my personal opinion and not a fact. And you will also able to see my personal PvP stats on your screen before I dive into the tier list itself. Now that is out of the way, let's dive into this video where we will be ranking all 8 classes for the PvP. Starting with the Wizard. Wizard after the recent change is not doing all that great. Before I rated it B for most players, and if you were really good Wizard, you could take it to the A tier, but now for most players it will be C tier. You will be only providing support and won't be doing much of a killing, and very squishy to play if you get targeted by Tempest, Necromancer, especially those two classes. It will be quite hard for you to escape and survive. So Wizard for most players goes into C tier, and if you are a really good wizard, it will be at most B tier. But like I said, for most players right now it is going to be C tier. Next we have the Barbarian. Barbarian got a nerf to their Spark Dusk a helmet that was really strong to remove the beneficial effects of other classes like Tempest, their armor, and even Necromancer able to remove their buff. So with that nerf to the Barbarian, it has gone down to the A tier. Players are now switching from Barbarian to other classes, which is performing much better. So in my opinion, Barbarian can take a lot of damage, stand on the idle, but other than that, you can attack the Barbarian, take its HP down, and wait for the Barbarian to die. And there are other classes which is much stronger. Next we have the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter, the only good thing that is happening for a Demon Hunter right now is the ability to use the primary and skills at the same time, having more damage compared to other classes, meaning they can still bust down other classes quite fast if they play it properly, kite it properly, move it properly. So they are still A tier, but for most players, I think I won't be wrong that Demon Hunter is in the B tier right now. So I will be putting a Demon Hunter in the B tier. But if you are a really good Demon Hunter, it goes into A. But for most players, like I said, it will be B tier. Next, we have Monk. Monk did end up getting some buff to one of their build where they have the spinning staff, but I still don't think that is strong enough to be higher than a B tier. At best it can deal a lot of damage, but still you need to get close enough to other classes, and it's just not easy where the Necro can have a lot of uptime of the rat form, and Tempest can move around really fast with the dashes, and the Barbarian can just go undying. So I still think Monk is not better than Verset right now. They both might be struggling to be in the B tier as of right now. And next we have the Crusader. Crusader did end up coming back after the nerf of the Barbarian. Now they can use their buffs without having them removed. That puts them somewhat in the B tier, in my opinion, if someone knows how to play it properly with the buffs. It can be quite strong, but I would put this class in between like B and C, but for uh, the sake of the video, I think I'll put the Crusader in the B tier right now with Demon Hunter, even though I think it is a bit weaker, or maybe it's a bit better. Let me know in the comment section down below. What are your thoughts? Honestly, for me, I have not seen many Crusaders in Battleground who perform better than the B tier. Next, we have the Necromancer. Necromancers are now back at the top of the PvP, and you guys might ask, how is that? That is with their new build with the rat form and spinning stuff that is happening around them, having the borrowed time and the about 85% uptime for the rat form. And now some of you guys will ask me again, how can they have such a high cooldown for the rat form? And that is happening or achievable by having eternal gear for the rat form. 4 out of 4 rat form eternal gear. The more you move, the more cooldown you get. Next, you can get the bottle hope that gives you the skill cooldown, flat skill cooldown reduction, and then you can go get the ruins that also gives you the cooldown reduction, and then you can go awaken your gear and reduce the cooldown of your rat form, and then you can try and farm the magic effects on your gear that has the cooldown as well. By doing that, you can get up to 80-85% uptime for the rat form, and that is super strong. Next, we have the Blood Knight. Blood Knight did end up getting a build that was based on Dot, but that was quickly enough, and this is where I would put the Blood Knight in the current meta. Hardly any Blood Knight out there in the battleground, at least on the North American server where I play. So C is where the class goes. Next, we have the Tempest. Tempest is enjoying a ton of buffs with the latest update where they have 10% more damage reduction, and they have ton of shield, a lot of mobility to move around, and even the wind walk where they can stand and try and hit everyone around them. So this is how my latest tier list would look. No class in the D tier, but most of the classes, especially the C tier, need some buff, and maybe even the Crusader can get some buff, and maybe something for the Demon Hunter as well. Not for their mobility, but something else that keeps them alive for a bit longer. Anyhow, let me know in the comment section down below what are your thoughts. This is my personal tier list after playing a ton of games, battleground games as a wizard. I'm signing off. See you all in the next one. You guys have a great day. Later.